Today's video is a general reading for all signs. This is also a timeless reading, so whenever you're getting this video on your newsfeed, it's the appropriate time for you to hear it. As always, please remember to take what resonates with you and just leave the rest behind. All right, so let's get started. Today we're going to be laying out the cards in a Celtic cross pattern to see what the spirit guides want to tell you, okay? And so please remember to stay till the very end, because at the very end, you know, in the Celtic cross reading, that's where the projected outcome becomes unveiled, all right? All right, I'll also, at the very end, be pulling some clarifying cards if needed and to get a better picture of what may be going on. All right, so here we go. Oh, here we go. At the bottom of this reading, this is the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords usually indicates some kind of heartbreak, or someone is healing from a heartache, recent heartache. Now, this could be a breakup, you know, in a relationship sometimes because it involves the heart, but perhaps it's something ending where you feel maybe at work, maybe betrayed, and your heart is kind of heavy about that. We're going to see which direction this goes. It could be a career, it could be any different direction, of course, in relationships, finance, things like that. So let's get started. Crossing this energy, we have the Queen of Wands. So the energy crossing is very independent, with the Queen sitting on her throne. She's overlooking things, and she seems to be very calm and trying to judge what's the next position that she's going to take. That's what I feel from this card. Sometimes there's different meanings. Usually the wands are about action. To me, she's looking over and contemplating because she's going to trust her own intuition and which direction to go. Let's see what's lying underneath. Underneath is the King of Swords. So this may be an underlying condition that we may not be aware of. There might be something that you're not aware of involving a certain person, possibly a certain individual who may be very strong and opinionated, and perhaps it's weighing heavy on your heart with the Three of Swords there. And the king may be trying to show independence, and the queen, in my opinion, is standing up tall to show that she has enough strength to endure, and to that she's strong enough to see which direction to go. Coming in is the Knight of Cups in the past position. So somewhere in the past, a Knight of Cups has come forward. Usually that means somebody has offered their emotions to you. In the past, this may have been a person that I'm getting maybe spoke to you with kind words. It almost feels like this is unfolding into a heart situation. So usually with a cup, it's involved with emotions, and so perhaps this knight came forward and offered emotions to you, and said things and promises to you. This could be male or female, right? And asked you to trust them. This is what I'm getting, that they asked for your trust, and so perhaps that's why the Three of Swords may be hurting. And it's something that maybe started a while back, but you are perhaps still feeling some of the wounds to the heart. Let's just say it that way. I don't think it's heaviness in the heart right now, because this is in the past, but I think somewhere hidden there's some emotions that still haven't surfaced yet, perhaps. Right. In the next position, this could be the possible outcome for you. The possible outcome is the Queen of Pentacles. And so as we see the Queen of Pentacles, She's surrounded in a beautiful area, in a beautiful forest on her throne. She's looking at the pentacles, knowing that she's going to be okay financially on her own. She has resources of her own. She doesn't have to be afraid about perhaps a particular breakup. I think that this reading, it's a general reading, but it almost sounds like it might be a particular story for maybe a small group of you. I'm going to move on and let the cards say what they need to say. So in the next position, we have the devil energy we see there. And sometimes this means is that perhaps in order to move forward from this Three of Swords energy that's still underlying, that maybe we need to detach ourselves, and it's hard to look at things sometimes because it hurts to bring it up, but there might be something still hidden that we haven't fully detached from. So there's not one way that's a right way to choose for your life. Each life story has many chapters, right? So this story that I'm speaking of is just one chapter in this person's life. So let's see where we what we have next. Okay, at the bottom here we have a card, the Hierophant. The Hierophant card is coming forward, an indication of where you are, a reflection of who you are at this moment. And so this is someone who is learning to trust their intuition. This is someone who is learning to be a little more confident with themselves. This is someone who has some leadership qualities that perhaps they forgot about. And they're with this Queen of Wands energy and Queen of Pentacles energies showing up, and the Hierophant, maybe they're rediscovering their own leadership, their own voice, and their own strength. And so in this current card, in this current position, this is the way you're seeing yourself. And you do have information to share with others. You do have a story to be told. You do offer wonderful wisdom for others. You can be the voice for others. All right, the next position, this is the environment. Influences from around others or around the environment, around this topic. And so the Death card, sometimes when we see this card, we may tense up and feel afraid naturally because of the look of the card, right? But in actuality, this is the closing of a chapter. A closing of a chapter that may have been painful for you. The closing of a chapter that in the long term will be the best outcome for you. In the closing of this chapter, the death of this chapter, and the total release of this situation with this Death card, it will benefit you in the long run. And so that's what this card is talking about. It's that's coming in for you, or it may have just come in for you already because it's existing energy. So it could have just come in, just maybe a little bit before this reading, or it's coming very soon. Nothing to be afraid of. Nothing at all to be afraid of. It's just an indicator that you're going to be able to move on from this chapter. All right, the next one is in our hopes and fears. In this position, we have the Five of Pentacles card. The Five of Pentacles, sometimes, if you look at the card closely, these persons are outside of a church, and they're walking in cold weather, in the snow, and they're feeling like maybe outsiders and maybe alone. So this is what I'm getting. So in the hopes and fears, perhaps you might be feeling like, oh, what am I going to be able to do if I'm on my own? You know, sometimes persons stay together out of fear of being on their own and moving forward on their own. But in actuality, there's many cards here that say the Queen of Pentacles is going to be very successful. So you're going to be very successful, although maybe underlying inside you might be fearful and about moving forward. But the cards are saying it's time to release something and to let the close of this chapter happen, even though you may be afraid to let it happen, and to know that your higher source, your higher power, the universe is going to take care of you. Sometimes people use the word creator, God, universe, and so I just use the word universe, but you apply it as it fits into your own life, okay? So let's see the most likely outcome. Oh, there you go. This is what I was feeling, is that although it might be a really hard situation to be going through, and or that you have just recently gone through, the Ten of Cups is right there for you. And then that's wishes fulfilled. That's everything that you could imagine. And that's you being successful on your own and reaching for the next chapter in your life. So the rainbow is there. The Ten of Cups are full. So in whichever direction you might be going, cups are usually about love and support, but you see family there. You see joyous celebration there. You see a home, homestead there. And that could be any kind of family situation. It doesn't have to be a man and woman. It doesn't have to be with children. It can be just jubilation for your own success in any way. But you will find love at the end of this rainbow for sure. So that's what I'm getting for this reading in this Celtic cross. I do want to see what's at the bottom. There you go. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Magician. And so again, the universe is telling you that with this Magician card, that you have all of the tools available to you. No doubt about it. Absolute no doubt about it, that you are strong. You have all of the tools to create your own next chapter. You have the cups, the pentacles, the wands. You have everything. Let's use this Light Seers deck. Let me do a little bit of a shuffle right here, and then just see if any cards want to come out. The Magician again. Okay. So I'm going to leave you on closing this reading with that card, the Magician. Very clearly, the universe is telling you that you have everything coming your way. The Ten of Cups is right there for you. Remember, you are the creator of your next chapter. Remember to think positively and to know that everything is there. The universe is there supporting you. Every tool is is very easily accessible to you, and that there's infinite possibilities. At the bottom of the deck, we had the Two of Pentacles there, and so this is a time of choices, a time of balance for yourself. So which direction to go? It seems like you have Two of Pentacles, and usually that's about choice. Which direction are you going to go? The cards never tell you what to do, and I certainly, I would never tell, or any card reader would never tell you what to do. It's free choice, free will. The universe is not going to tell you what to do. Every human being has a choice, and so trust your intuition. I'm getting that. Trust your intuition. Usually when things come easily, I'm getting that will help guide you. If it feels like a struggle, perhaps listen to your intuition and see what is causing a struggle if you're choosing one direction over another, and see. Usually the universe lines things up for you pretty easily. All right, since we have a little bit of time, I do have this Radley Valentine. I love the Angel Answers deck. So let's just pull a card from here and see what they have to say. What angels, dear angels, what do you have? Any advice, any message? One card, please. Any advice, any message for our viewers? I'm going to pull one from the top. Communicate clearly. And forgiveness is at the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to leave you here with that. Use your intuition about communicate clearly. I feel that it's always a good idea to have forgiveness in your heart. I know it takes time sometimes, but if we hang on to certain feelings, they don't allow us to move forward into the next chapter. Let me say certain ill feelings. So the card reading today asked for shows that the death card is coming here, and certainly in your own good time you have forgiveness for others if needed. I feel sometimes when we hold that anger or possibly emotions inside and not allow them to be expressed, then it kind of weighs us down. And so that's all I'm trying to say. Perhaps it's time to communicate clearly about decisions being made. I'm not sure if that's a message coming forward just for one particular person. I'm not sure. Use your intuition on these two cards from the angels. And again, I hope you liked today's reading. I thought it would be more of a general reading, and as it unfolded, it seemed to be like a smaller particular group. So if this did not resonate with you, please leave it behind. And I would like to say it's been a real privilege for me to read to you today. And this is my very first reading, so I appreciate you being with me. I appreciate you listening to me. I just, I opened this channel a couple of years ago, and I'm following what the universe is directing me to do. So wish me luck in this, and I hope to see you again here on my channel. If you have been looking for your tribe where you can feel at home, please know that you're always welcome here as we try to navigate this wonderful journey of life together. And please remember, you're not alone. So let's just all go out there together and take a leap of faith and keep reaching for those tarot stars. Okay, wishing you all the best with gratitude and love. Until the next time, my friends. This is Leap of Faith Tarot, signing off.